What is up, Blues? Welcome back to my channel. Hopefully you guys are doing well, and in this video I'm going to talk about Timo Werner. Obviously Timo joined us this summer for a big sum of money, and a lot of people were expecting him to play the way he did at Leipzig for us. And this guy was putting in like world-class numbers in Bundesliga, and he was contributing to a lot of goals at Germany. And a lot of fans were expecting the same thing to happen at Chelsea. Obviously, that didn't happen, so far hasn't happened, and he's been having some difficulties. He's been like a big talking point for a lot of Chelsea fans and also a lot of rival fans. And this guy, even though he's been, not in his best form, he's been contributing to a lot of goals. And it's surprising that this guy is just constantly, his mind is on the game. He's constantly working hard and giving his 100% and trying to make something happen. Even though he may not do it in one game, he's gonna try to do it again in the next game. And this guy got a goal in the previous game, he got an assist, and I feel like this guy is just, his mentality is something else, and I feel like eventually he will be a top tier player for Chelsea. But back to his struggles at Chelsea, obviously, when you come to a new league, it's kind of hard to adapt, especially to the Premier League. And I feel like with no preseason, I feel like that's another reason that he didn't perform very well. Obviously in the beginning of the season he scored a couple of goals, but after that he had like a very shocking, he had like 100 day goalless days, and I feel like it took like a lot of a big hit on his confidence. But throughout the time he was still contributing with a couple of assists, and his defensive work rate was sublime. And the tactical reasons though, obviously Lampard played him in a wider position that he's not really used to. Obviously we know that he likes to play in that left flank and he likes to play off the striker, and I feel like due to certain like tactical reasons he wasn't really fully able to show his talents and perform the way that he did at Leipzig. I feel like Tuchel, he knows like Werner a bit more. I feel like in this 3-4-3 system, in that left channel, he doesn't really play as like an out-and-out striker. He plays kind of like a left forward. That's like his best position. And I feel like recently he's been performing very well. And I feel like surprisingly his creativity numbers have been gone up, and he's been trying to make something happen in a creative aspect. And he's very good at it actually. I feel like he's been getting a lot of penalties for us, and he's been getting a couple of assists here and there. So I feel like this guy, even though when he doesn't score, he's still contributing a lot to the team. And I feel like at Leipzig, Julian Nagelsmann plays a very attacking type of football, and Bundesliga is not the same type of league as the Premier League. And I feel like when you play in those type of leagues, when there's like less, I would say more space and more time to do things, obviously you're gonna be able to do more, more stuff to do, obviously, because there's less pressure. And I feel like the reason that Werner scored a lot of goals was that he played in an easier league. And I feel like Werner, he can copy the things that he did in Leipzig at Chelsea, but I feel like overall it's gonna take some time. I feel like we're gonna see the best of Werner next season when he gets some preseason time and he can work under Tuchel if he stays. And I feel like this guy will unlock his abilities eventually. I feel like this season a lot of players from abroad have been struggling. Players like Thiago, Partey. There is like a lot of players that you can name that they've been struggling. We can name just like a couple from Chelsea, Ziyech. We can name Havertz, his German teammate. I feel like a lot of people have been struggling because of the lack of preseason, and they just didn't have enough time to practice the tactics and stuff with their teammates and stuff, and basically build a relationship with them. And I feel like the lack of consistency with our lineups obviously has been a big hindrance for him. Like in order to build a relationship, you have to play like with some group of players constantly to understand them. And I feel like it hasn't happened. Chelsea, obviously Lampard had his own set of players that he wanted to work with, and since Tuchel came in, he's been bringing a new set of players that they were like kind of removed from the starting 11 in Lampard's plans. And it's gonna take a time to gel with them and understand their way of playing. But I'm 100% sure that Timo is gonna turn into a top player. And his hunger and his mentality is a good thing. basically you can't take away the goals and assists from a player, but when they don't have the mindset, they're not going to be able to come back. But when they have the mindset and they really want to achieve their goals, they will do it. And I feel like Werner is one of those players that if he doesn't even perform well, he will try to get back to his best, and he's been doing it recently. And I can see the progress he's made in this past couple of weeks. He's been playing much more effectively in that left channel. He plays off Mason or other strikers like Giroud and Tammy. And I feel like overall this guy is very talented, and I feel like he's gonna be flourishing in the next couple of seasons. I feel like he's already has like, I don't know, 15-20 goal contributions. I don't know the exact number, but he's been contributing to a lot of goals, and I feel like next season he's gonna do big numbers. And I hope you guys support him. This is his first season. I think it's gonna take time for him to adapt, but I feel like overall he will be a good player. So make sure, guys, just support him. Don't doubt him. Make sure to obviously you can criticize. It's part of football. I always criticize him, and it's part of the footballing world, I guess, the footballing fan base. But let's support him, and we know that he's gonna be a top striker. But I think that's it. Thank you for tuning in, and make sure to drop a like and subscribe to my channel. It's been my channel has been growing a lot recently. But yeah, guys, that's it, and see you later for the next video. Bye bye.